Hello everyone, welcome back to Factorio, where today we are moving on from, I believe it was the furnace lines and like the foundations that we were setting up in the previous episode. What else did we do in the previous episode? Sorry, I spent maybe an hour and a half in this game this morning prior to doing this recording, setting up these walls. That's right. So in the previous episode, we had to spend some time setting up a wall around our base, and I said that I'd go away and I'd finish setting up that wall. This is this wall done. I know that there's a lot of space within our base that's not, that doesn't need the wall around it. But the reason why I've got the wall all the way out here like this is so that we have space to expand the production area as we need it, without having to, worry about fiddling with moving the wall around a lot. What I want to do at some point is upgrade this wall again once we have oil going, because what I want to do is I want to add flamethrowers into the wall, because flamethrowers are very good at dealing with biters. Particularly in large groups. So something that we'd probably end up doing is expanding this section of the wall down a little bit, so that it's all on a straight path, because the less curves that we have in the wall, the better for the flamethrowers. And what we might end up doing at some stage is getting trains going, but that's all for future episodes, which I don't even know why I'm talking about, because this is the start of the episode. What we are doing today, and you can see that I've already kind of got a little something going here, is we're going to start setting up our factory. Now, what this means is that we have the technology to do to set up things like the green, the blue, the military science, as well as the logistics, automation, chemical and military sciences. What we can also do is we can set up the electronic circuits and the advanced circuits. Although we don't have the technology unlocked for the advanced circuits just yet, it's not too much of an issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly go down here. And I'm going to grab some of these, some of these, some of these, some of these, we want these, and we're also going to grab how close are you to producing another one? Almost there. Oh, you take so long to produce it. Alright. So I've just grabbed gun turrets. Not because I need them particularly, but because what I need to start doing at some stage is just give me a minute to sort that out. Alright, so that's that problem solved. How much fuel do you have? I can't actually see what's in your chest, because I need to come over here and have a look. Technically I have got plenty, so it's not a huge issue. But yeah, so prior to starting this recording, what I did is I went and I finished expanding the wall out. And the reason why I've expanded the wall out to how it is because it gives us just this little bit of extra room to build our base. Now, what we're going to do is I'm just going to put in all of these power poles, because realistically speaking, it's just easier to put these power poles in. And we're going to put them in now, so that we don't have to worry about it later. The fuel refinery, or the oil refinery, we will put this all together at a later stage. I think once we get the rest of the base set up, it won't be able to run straight away, because we do need things like plastic and oil to get like other productions going, like the chemical science definitely needs it. Yeah, you're still requiring all of that stuff. I don't know why I just went and did that, like totally unnecessary. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off by setting up, oh crikey, we're gonna set this up. Oh, come on. Oh, that's why. Because it's wanting me to do it with the level 1 machine factories versus the level 2, which is what I have in my inventory. Now, the gear production I could probably make a little bit bigger. In fact, we could probably make it a lot bigger if we need to, but at the moment it doesn't need to be terribly huge, mostly because it's not doing, like, it's not going to be producing like a huge amount of gears for the factory, where it will, but we don't need them like immediately. And what we can do at some stages, we can start doing things like putting productivity modules into here, so we get free resources out of the machines. What we're going to do is just curve that one into there. We're going to do the same with this one. We're going to just like that. Alright, so what we're doing here is we are setting the factory up so that it can do a couple of things. Well, not a couple of things, but it will be doing a bunch of stuff. And one of those things that we need it to be doing is producing like lots of circuits, because circuits are used everywhere. Gears are used everywhere, so actually, technically speaking, I could probably expand the gear production a lot more. In fact, I might do that at some stage, depending on how this copes. But the big thing is definitely circuits. So we need lots of circuits, and connecting this all up is fairly easy. It's just one of those things that gets really repetitive. So we're just going to go through, we're going to set up all of these. Now, unfortunately, I do have an odd, oh, jeepers, an odd number of undergrounds, where I thought I had, yeah, no, I do have an odd number of undergrounds. Because a swarm of biters came through between episodes and destroyed like half of the gears, and half of the gear production line. So I had to go and rebuild all of that, and unfortunately part of that Part of what they destroyed, or failed to destroy, was an even number of undergrounds. And I think, technically speaking, these don't need to be underground. Like, they can all just go straight through on a single belt. In fact, I don't know why I've done it like that, but I have for some reason. I think it's to help distinguish between the yeah, probably to help distinguish between the gears, so I know where like one thing stops and one thing starts. But we are not going to worry about that too much, because we have an entire factory to put together, and we're just going to go through and quickly do all of this. Now, these ones are switched around because iron will be coming through on these belts here. So iron will come in through here, go on the underground, come out here, go into the underground, and will be fed into the circuit machines so that they can produce circuits, and then the circuits get outputted onto here, and then they go into here and they get sent through this entire thing. What this does is it keeps all of the circuits nice and balanced, and the reason why we've got it like this here is so that if we wanted to extend this further, we could do it. But I think, realistically speaking, if we were to extend it, I would probably be doing something seriously wrong in terms of managing everything, I think. And what I might also do is just open that up. You're already opened up. Awesome. So, moving on. Well, not moving on, but finishing this out. Just gonna go through, put all of these down. And there we have it. Now, because it's been like 3 weeks since I've touched this game, and I did not label anything, I forgot how the bus was going to be laid out a little bit. Hey look, watch the biters try and attack. Watch them get slaughtered. I forgot how the bus was being laid out. So this might involve a little bit of experimentation, trying to get it all to work again. But it might be fine. Might. Like, it's a pretty big might. The other thing we need to do is somehow get coal going up in this direction. Things that need to happen. Because we need coal for plastic. Thankfully only plastic, actually plastic and military science, because military science needs it for grenades. And I'm saying a lot. Between episodes, the other thing that happened was we got a bunch of research done. So we now have things like chemical science unlocked. We have explosives and cliff explosives unlocked. Where's cliff explosives? Explosives are there. Cliff explosives, we've got those unlocked. And we got chemical science unlocked. So we're now doing the mining productivity, which gives us a mining productivity of 10%, which means that we get, I think it's like 10% of every product is free or something, but it does slow the miners down, unfortunately. And hey, we have iron here that didn't get consumed. Why did I do that? I don't know. But yeah. So we're going to end up with what? 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of iron. 1, 2, 3, 4 might work out. It might also just be really touch and go for a long period. Alright, so the next thing we need is power poles. Just go through and we will put in the power poles. In fact, I probably don't need to be showing you this because putting in power poles is fairly simple, right? Why are we doing it like that? What was happening with this blueprint when I put it together? Because that's fine. I don't know what I was doing when I put this blueprint together, or when I modified it, or whatever it was that I did. Oh, hey, look. So, this is how we want it. And that is because that keeps all of that linked together. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the sciences. Because actually getting the sciences all set up and running is a good idea. So we've got all of that done. Cracky. I forgot how this blueprint was laid out. Like that. Right, power poles in. So we now have power. And then what we want to do is get green circuits, gears, iron. Then like that. And this is from me trying to make this as compact as freaking possible. I could probably do it a lot better if I gave myself a little bit of time, and I've run out of inserters already. Inserters are a big thing. Constantly running back and forth for inserters. I cannot wait until we have like 93 inserters. Excellent. I can't wait until we have things like robots, like supply or logistics robots, and construction robots are the other one. Just because they make life so much easier. I can set up some requests, which I will show when we unlock those robots. But you can set up requests in your inventory and be like, hey, I want these things delivered to me. Make sure robots send me these things when I walk into a area that is supplied by them. Now, what we are doing here is setting up chemical science, despite the fact that we don't have all of the structures straight away. So that's not technically a terrible thing, but it is just makes it that just a little bit more difficult. Now, what we want to do is go like this. And then like this. And we are belting the sulfur. because we actually no, so we're belting it because we're belting it like this because we need both sides covered and stuff. Come on, don't fight me. Okay, going through getting the blue science set up. Now what's going to happen is we're going to have on here, these will eventually get upgraded to fast inserters, because we're going to have steel and gears onto here, and then onto this one we'll just have pipes, because engines need pipes and they need lots of pipes. I don't know why they need lots of pipes, but they do. And then here for the chemical science we need red circuits, so they all go onto there. And then this massive looping one. The reason why this loops is because, well, I need to get engines onto this side. Where I need to get engines within range of these guys. And I didn't want to like have this sticking all the way out here. So I figured, hey, we'll build it just a little bit wider. Where were we? We're over here. So we're going to get red circuits into here, and then chemical science goes out onto this belt with military science. Dot once we've got like blue science and military science all set up and ready to go. Because what I will need to do is go away at some point and set up the rest of the mines, get everything going. But here we have, oh, once again, ran out of that. Now, what's going on here? So here we have coal is coming onto here to feed the grenades, and then we've also got iron, because grenades need iron, but we also need iron for the machine gun ammo. And then we need copper and steel for the armor piercing ammo. Why is this stopping here and not just... I don't know. I built this blueprint and I don't know what's going on with it. Is that a bad sign? I feel like that might be a bad sign. I may have been trying to make it as compact as possible. Again. But didn't quite succeed. Where I did succeed, because, I mean, it is compact, but where I didn't succeed is something that makes sense. Like, why are you there? Just solved. Alright, and then we've got stone coming up here. Well, oh, and we've run out of belts as well. That's okay. Blue science requires red circuits. Does it? Does. Which I have unlocked. Right, so what we're going to do is go like this. Dunk, 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 dunk. I have no idea why that is in the blueprint. Right, so because we ran out of those ones. That's fine. Alright, so what we're going to do is fill out as much of this as possible. Like so. And then what I'll do as we get the technology needed to upgrade further, I'll do that. So that's going like that. That goes like that. Because I don't have that. And we don't need that, which means we don't need that. Alright, for now. So that little extra bit in the middle, I think that's, again, because I took this blueprint, some of these blueprints, which technically still work in this version of the game, I hope. I haven't actually tested that theory. But like, because the recipes haven't been changed, I just kind of grabbed them from 0.17 or whatever it was when I last played this game. And, you know, the blueprints were still working. You know, like these. This is probably a little bit small, but it probably works. Now, we are running very low on iron. Now, I do know, like I am aware, I need to give this all power, but it is really just stupid simple how we give it power. This side is technically all powered already. In fact, we've run out of power poles. Again, alright, we won't worry about that. I'll go do the power in between episodes with everything else. But no, it is like really just stupid simple. Like, we'll slap that there. We'll slap that there. And then we can slap one, I guess, somewhere in the middle. We'll need to figure out where in the middle it can go. But what were we doing now? So we were, because we need read circuits. Now, here's a fairly important question. Will red circuits be fed into it? Yes, they will. Only just, though. Oh, that is brilliant. Do we need anything? Okay, so we need coal, stone brick. So we do need stone brick on here. So coal, I'm going to have to like grab off the coal belt and loop it up around, and I'm going to put it underneath this stone bit here, just so that there's enough room for an underground. And then with the stone, what we'll probably do is we will just put like a splitter here and then just drag like a line of stone just up the side, and that will do the trick. It's not going to look pretty, and I think I will spend a lot of time just trying to ignore it unless I have to do something down there. But otherwise it is just going to have to be a thing that works. Come on. Now, so in this episode what we've done is, because I'm going to wrap this up here, it's been like half an hour, and this is all going to be like one solid block unless I decide in editing that some of it just doesn't need to be sorted, or doesn't need to be shown. In fact, I might just cut out all of the bits where I'm walking back to grab stuff. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do in editing, and that scares me. But what I am going to do is I'm going to leave this here, and what I will do between episodes is I will probably just finish building all of this out. Like I'll build it up to, let's say, military science, right? I'll build it up to here. We'll get military science done, sorted, out the way. I'll get it all built up and ready to go, so that when we come back into the next episode, we can start looking at so first of all, we want to get military science because it gives us the opportunity to research weapon shooting speed and stuff. Where is it? Physical projectile damage is an important one for us to have, but the other one is weapon shooting speed. And they both require military science, unfortunately. The other thing that we need is advanced oil processing. This will be another one of those things that we just do. What is this? Advanced oil processing. Yeah, so 50, water, crude, everything. But what I'll also do between episodes is I will go away and I will put together a few make everythings. And these will all be like robot. They'll be designed to operate with robots in mind, and I will be making 2 of them because what I want to do is I want to have a military one which focuses on just military hardware, so things like turrets and walls and gates and ammunition, because in terms of like ammunition we're going to need to be producing a lot of it. And next episode we will get on to doing fuel. That will be the important one to do. I'll get rid of this wall between episodes and we'll start getting the fuel set up. I think, what do we need to produce an oil refinery? A lot of stuff. Steel, gears, circuits, pipes and stone. Okay. What about this one? Chemical plant is again more of the same. That's actually really helpful because what I can do, right, is just go like this. Then we can go like this. And then we can grab one of these. What we're going to do is grab... I'm going to set this up real quick just before we have to go. Actually, no. I'm not going to do that because this episode's already at like 50 minutes long, so I'm definitely going to be cutting some stuff out in editing. It might speed some stuff up, I don't know. But we did just get lab research, which means that our labs will be researching stuff a lot faster now. That's always nice. We will get flamethrowers researching, because having flamethrower turrets is going to be nice. Yeah, I think what we'll do is I'm going to leave this episode here. Next episode we'll be moving on to the oil refinery and we'll be getting everything oil related set up and going, and hopefully what that means is that we will be able to get bots, maybe not in the next episode because it does take time to do research and stuff, but we'll get bots maybe in the episode after. Because another thing that I'm going to have to do between episodes is I'm going to have to set up the copper and the iron farms. Mines, rather. I don't know why I called them farms. And we'll need to get them to all hooked up into here and stuff and producing. Which probably won't be that hard, right? We'll just need to disconnect this at some point. I'll probably let these run dry and then we'll disconnect it all and we'll go from there probably. But yeah, until next time, keep being awesome everyone, and I will see you in the next episode. See ya.